On life lessons from a two-sport non-scholarship college athlete. That is a terrible title, Brian.
It's not.
It is. It was written by Nike trainer Brian Kent in an effort to uplift young athletes.
Yeah, Brian uses his own personal story to help kids stay focused no matter the circumstances. He's joining us more.
When I say it's a terrible title, I mean it's so self-deprecating, don't you think?
Well, you gotta have a little self-depreciated humor.
Right.
Okay.
You want to pull in the audience.
And the point being is he has overcome a lot to get where he is. And so it's
because I'm like,
depicted
you're
in the
doing so
title.
great. I'm like, why are you downing on yourself?
Well, I mean, as a walk-on and as an undrafted free agent, it's a different kind of a battle than if you're on scholarship or if you've been drafted.
Okay.
So
All right.
it's definitely a harder path. And especially with the last 3 years being hard for kids, with sports being canceled, practices canceled, less time with friends.
Okay.
I was hoping that the book would provide some motivation to keep those kids locked into their goals, especially during a hard time.
Okay, I thought you were being down on yourself.
no.
But now I get to understanding. Good job.
The book, though, maybe
That's it.
Maybe it connects.
I didn't get one. So
Okay.
maybe if you give me one, I'll.
You do
All right,
have one.
and we're going to continue on. So let's let everybody know you are played college basketball, college baseball.
I played college football and college baseball.
Thank you, football. Hurt in both events, right? Events, sports.
They're sports.
They are sports.
So I went to Downers Grove South High School, class of '97.
Woo-hoo.
I had two goals, Major League Baseball and Big Ten football. So it's hard to do both, much less do one.
Yeah.
And I had mono when I got to Iowa, and I was 183 pounds, which is too small to play football. And the new baseball coach wouldn't let me play baseball because I was on the football team. So a couple transfers later, shoulder surgery, and a couple very minor paychecks in the minor leagues. It was a difficult time to try to stay locked into becoming a major league player.
Yeah, because you played for the White Sox.
I finished my career with the White Sox organization. I signed with them in 2007, which was after 2 years of not playing. Well, 05, right? So that was why I thought, are you sure they want me? This is a good team. I don't know if they really want me. But it was cool to see it come together at the end. Like it made the scars worthwhile, and I hope that the book can provide some motivation for not just sports, but also like in our life. If you're passed over for a job, or if things keep happening that you're like, man, I'm not where I want to be, but I still want to get there.
Yeah.
We can all keep focused.
Yeah.
How did you stay focused? And what did you do? I mean,
I didn't have a lot of help in Iowa and Nebraska.
Yeah.
And when I came home, I started training at Lions Martial Arts, which was help my brain, my heart heal a bit.
Yeah.
I had some problems with coaches that even now as an adult, I'm not sure why they happened.
Yeah.
But I needed to repair myself. So if I did sign with a pro team, I was ready because I felt kind of broken and fractured.
Yeah.
So that was a huge key in my sort of mental rehab.
Yeah, well, I think that's just it. Understanding that things are going to bring you down, and it's okay to be down, but you have to deal with that being down.
Oh, for sure.
To come out of it.
It's okay to get knocked down. Just got to get back up.
Right.
Keep getting back up.
Yeah.
Right. And I think too many times people stay in the down and just woe is me, and sometimes need help getting out and don't seek that help.
Right. And like major leagues it's a tough place to go.
Yeah.
So how bad do you want to get there? What are you willing to sacrifice? And what kind of a dedicated, disciplined plan are you willing to follow to make it happen? And when I did sign with the Sox, I was 2 years removed from playing. And when the scout asked me if I would come to spring training, I thought, man, if he's serious and I'm not ready, I'll never forgive myself.
Yeah.
So one of the themes of the book is being ready for opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
And when you get them, you got to take advantage of it.
Oh, okay. So how much did your family factor into this as well?
100%. So my dad was my coach from when I was 9 all the way through high school. My sister is a volleyball coach at Maine West, so I had always had great family support.
That's great.
But they were a little bit handcuffed being 500 miles away with college coaches that didn't really know me or understand my process. So I'm sure it was hard for them, but actually it was a little bit rewarding for them because my dad wrote a part in the book, and they were sort of after me to write it for a long while, but I thought this story sucks. Nobody wants to read a story about a guy that didn't make it. But I started to see some similar ideas happen to kids I worked with, kids I trained, and some of their battles were the same as mine. I thought, man, 20 years later, we're still having these same discussions.
Yeah.
So my goal was to help those kids stay focused and locked in.
It's kind of like you talking to your 20-year-old self, 25-year-old self, right?
If I could.
Yeah.
If I could. I'd punch my 20-year-old self in the face first, and then I would talk to him, get his attention first.
What would you have done different?
I probably would have picked one sport from the beginning.
Okay.
I probably should never have played college football because I wasn't really big enough.
Okay.
But you turn on the Big Ten on a Saturday.
Sure.
Yeah.
It looks like a
something-
cool life.
Yes, yes. And I was all about the hustle and the work, and I was do anything to get it. But I probably should have picked baseball. And there were, I'm still arguing with myself.
Don't should have yourself
I
anyway.
love playing football.
Yeah.
So that's like even now as a grown man.
I mean, think about where
grapple
you
with
are
it.
today, a Nike Master Trainer. You work with On Your Mark. You're doing great things, helping a ton of people. And who knows if you would have gotten here if this all didn't happen.
That is one of the points of the book. Like if I would have had a different path,
Right.
maybe I wouldn't be where I am now, or,
Yeah.
or
We'll be here
something
with
similar.
us.
I wouldn't be sitting here with you guys.
Right.
I thought we were
Right.
here to work out.
Right.
Oh, now a lot of people may recognize you because you come with Emily,
Yes.
and you help us to work out.
She sends her regards. She wanted to come, but she had plenty of work to do today.
Tell
so
her to hold the ropes. We'll
Next
get them next time. It's fine.
Next time.
Thanks so
Thanks,
much,
Brian.
For sure.
Good luck with the book.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Awesome.